Hello you lot, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do a little French recipe with potatoes. I'm going to make fondant potatoes, or pomme fondant. So this one's just a quickie, nobody's requested it, but Mrs. KeefCooks and I were talking about it a few weeks ago in a taste test about what are those potatoes they're like.
Or what are those very soft potatoes? They're like roasties. So not a roasty, not a boiled.
They're fondant potatoes, and I did remark at that point that lots of people on MasterChef try to do them and usually fail. And lo and behold, the other day on Celebrity MasterChef, a celebrity had a go and ended up doing, well, apparently quite nice roast potatoes, but they were not fondant potatoes. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not hard. If you enjoy this video, press like, etc. And let's get on with it. Right, I'm going to make 2 little fondant potatoes, which is just about a portion for one person. That's me. Because Mrs. KeefCooks persists in her absence in that London, but she'll be back in a couple of days. I've got 2 potatoes, I've got a couple of cloves of garlic, I've got some sprigs of thyme, I've got some chicken stock, I will have some rapeseed oil and some butter. These potatoes are almost exactly the wrong shape. You want big round, you want circular ones really, or longish circular ones, because what we need to do is cut a sort of barrel out of them. Actually, that's not too bad. So we finish up with quite a lot of apparent waste, so don't throw that away. You can chuck that in a soup or something. There's my 2 little barrels of potato, and what I need to do now is just crush the garlic, chop it a bit. Then we go over to the stove and start cooking. So I've got a small saucepan, and that's fine for my 2 bits of potato. If you're doing more, you'll need to make sure they fit snugly into whatever pan you choose. Not too big, but you know, not too cramped. So I'll chuck a good glug of rapeseed oil or olive oil in there and heat that up, and then add the potatoes flat side down. And we'll just let those cook for about 5-6 minutes till they're nice and brown and crispy on one side, and then turn over and do the other side. Once that's done, you can add the butter and get that melted and foaming. Then you can add your garlic, some sprigs of thyme and any other herbs that you want to use. Let those cook for a minute and then carefully add the stock, because adding a cold liquid to hot fat butter, it's likely to spit a bit, so just be careful. And you want that stock to come about halfway up the sides of the potatoes. You don't want to fully cover them. So bring that to a boil and then put a lid on and turn it down to a simmer and leave it for 25 to 30 minutes. And then check if it's cooked. Okay, 30 minutes. Let's have a prod. Oh yeah. Alright, that goes in nice and easy, so they're done. And now it's taste test time with me. Let's dig in. Needs salt, in my opinion. That's wonderful. It's just proper sort of comfort food, but also a bit posh. So I recommend that if you want to change from the usual roasties or whatever, because they're not that hard to do. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you all next time.